Hello and welcome to ET105's demonstration on AutoCAD. This demonstration will show you how to open up the program and also to maneuver around and do some of the basic drawings and just a starting introduction to the program itself. Let me show you the icon. This is for the 2016 version, but they're all fairly similar. So if you double click on there, and again, in the other video previous, it went through how to download it, the free version, student version, or you could go and purchase your own copy if you like. Again, make sure that you have access to a computer that is fairly strong enough to run this. If you follow the specs listed on their webpage, that would help you through. But we want to make sure that your computer is well equipped for this type of software. Also, you may want to have a decent mouse with two buttons on it, what they call a left-hand click and a right-hand click button, and also to have a keyboard along with your computer, Windows-based computer. Okay, we've now had the program opening up. Sometimes it takes a little while to open, so I'm going to close up this customer involvement program. What I usually do is go back and forth with my mouse on the screen. As long as the arrow is moving across pretty smoothly, then I know that the program is open. Sometimes it gets a little jerky like that, like you see there, which means it's still loading up. And the first screen you will see is here like this gray screen. On the left-hand side is really where we will start. That's the command that says let's jump right into a place where we can just start drawing. If I had opened up previous documents, it would show here. So I'm going to click on Start Drawing right now. This is the Start Drawing, the back screen here for drawing, and then the list of commands up top. What we have here is the basic screen for AutoCAD. In the past 3 or 4 years, it's been very similar. The default color here in the background is black screen, but you can change it. I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. Some things I want to point out. First of all, you have several different commands up here on the top, and each one is separated by a series of tabs. So this is the Home tab, the Insert tab, Annotate tab, and you notice how each one brings out a whole new set of commands. Now this may seem a little overwhelming at first. This course is not here to teach you how to use each one of these buttons. But keep in mind that when you run any software package, you really are only going to use about maybe 10 to 25% of the commands when you do your normal day-to-day work. There are several commands here, several neat things that can be done with AutoCAD. But back to the Home tab here, I'll just point out that these commands, there's about 15 or 20 of them, all the way up to the Layers section. So from the line here to the layers, this here that I've circled, I'm putting my mouse around, this is about 80 to 90% of all of the commands that you will be using throughout this course. And it's not to say the other commands are helpful or not useful, but the bulk of what you do is right here. And the nice thing is when you move from, let's say you go from AutoCAD to like an Inventor or Revit, a lot of the types of commands that you use will be based off of what you're going to learn here in this area here. So that's this is the Home tab, also called a ribbon. This is the ribbon attached to the tab. So the Insert ribbon or Annotate ribbon, Parametric ribbon, and View ribbon, so on and so forth. So that's the first thing I want to point out with AutoCAD in itself. The basic commands are up here. Down below you have another set of settings. I believe this is in the it's still in the showing on the screen. I purposely left my Windows screen down below on so you could sort of see what a typical computer screen looks like with AutoCAD running. Some other things, and sometimes it's slightly different, but this is a box here that shows what type of command I am in, and I'll go through that as we go along. But also I want to point out that, let's see, the screen is black. If I right-click on my mouse, so you take the mouse and the normal button you click is on the left side, but if you have a right-click button on your mouse, if I right-click it, I can open up this window here. It gives me several several choices, but if I go down to options, and this is on several of the different versions, it opens up this screen here. And this is a screen of options. In this case, it has defaulted on the display. I could go to files or open and save, but on the display section of the options key, I can go in and change the colors. Let's say I really don't like the black color. I can go in and change the colors to something different. Let me see if I can get that. Right here, I've clicked on it, by the way. I've clicked on colors, and it's on black right now. If I change it, I could change it to magenta, which if I want to, I can apply this. Let's try and apply it. And then I'll close this one here. Now it's a magenta background. That's pretty bright. But if that's something you like, that's great. You can stick with that. So I'm gonna turn it back to black. So I'm in display colors. I could go with a yellow, if I wanted, but we'll stick with black for the sake of this demonstration, this class. So I'm just showing you a lot of different options there you can change, but I just wanted to show the color one if that's something you really wanted to start out with a different color. Okay, so we have the screen here. We have layout tabs here. We'll go through those in a future lab. Okay, so this lab is meant to be something that's, if you work with AutoCAD before and you're just taking this class to brush up, this lab is meant to be a quick and simple one. If you have never used AutoCAD before, this would be something to just walk you through the steps. There is a file that should be on the link from your website, one of the first lab files. It's called AutoCAD Intro. When you open that up, let's say in this case I've already opened my AutoCAD program here. I'm in the startup screen. So as I go to open up this AutoCAD file, you double click on that, and it will open up directly into the AutoCAD file here. And let me enlarge my screen just a bit. So let's go through the instructions on this particular lab. It's pretty quick. The instructions are found on the link on your website there. They probably look like, let me pull this up. They will look like this. Here's my sheet. It says AutoCAD Intro Print Lab. First, it asks you to open up the program, which we've done, AutoCAD. It should be called, the file that we opened was called AutoCAD Intro. And here's a list of what's on there. And so, but we're that far in this lab. Then it asks to double click each of the texts and change them to your own name, the particular date that you're writing this, doing this edit, and then put the section number. The section number, you don't have one other than, let's just put online for the section number. Now on the instructions here, it says to print, but that would be for your own purposes. What we want you to do is to save it as a DWG file. I'll show you how to do that, and then email or upload it to our file so we can correct it. All right, so with those being the instructions, let me walk you through what's needed. As you open up the file, AutoCAD Intro Drawing, you see it's 3 boxes and some text there. First things first, I want to show you on the mouse. If your mouse has a roller wheel, most of them do these days, you take that roller wheel on the front, it's between the left and the right click button. If you roll forward, which is away from your hand, it goes this direction. If you roll backward, which is toward your hand, pulling your finger to you, it goes this way. And so you can see it going forward and backward. It allows us to zoom. In fact, you can zoom way in to the letter on something. Remember how this AutoCAD is like looking into a cube, and you can go deeper and you can go further out. Anyway, so that gives you a chance to see how you can zoom into things, zoom out. Another thing is that same button, that's roller wheel. The roller wheel has a button. So instead of rolling, if you push it down, you see it turns into a hand. Your crosshairs turns to a hand. And if you keep it pressed down, I've got it pressed down here, and you move it around. Now I'll review some of these things with you later. You move around, you can move your drawing to the left or to the right and put it down there. So with that in mind, that gives you an idea of how to move around your drawing. Let's go through the instructions. So first of all, it says to change the text. Now, if you want to change the text here, it's very simple. You just double click on it, and it turns to a highlight mode. Then you change it to your name. So let's say your name is John Doe. And then you push enter, and you have edited that. Next line here, this is this is the text for the date. Double click on that. It also gives you an edit mode. This time I'm gonna edit it, but I'm gonna change it in a different way. I'm gonna block out sections of it. Again, I'm in double click mode of the text, and let's pretend it was January. I'm gonna move my mouse over there. Let's see, 25th, and the year is 2025. So let's say it was 2025. Push enter. That edits those. The last thing is to edit the section. Double click there, and I'm in the edit mode. Now I'm going to click here on the edge of it and change it to the section, instead of it being a number, online, and then push enter. So I've done the edits required on the lab. The last part is to save it, and so save it. I'm going to save as. Notice as you go into save as mode, it gives you a default title. In this case, it's calling the same file, and you can leave it the same title, that's fine. But notice it's in a DWG format, and that's the format that's standard for AutoCAD to look at drawings. So you save that. Now you need to put it in a specific place so you don't lose track of it. And let's go to this. This is one of the folders I made called ET105 Online. I'm going to go and click into there, and I've got some other folders there. I'm going to save that there, so save that. From there, you just have your file. Make sure you have your backed up files backed up so that you can double check with us in case we're missing something. And from there, you just upload it to the file. That is lab number 1.